And now, Minion Works presents Freelance Heroism.
Does my audio sound okay?
Yeah.
It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, other than your creaky chair.
I couldn't help it. The other one broke. Too big for these damn things. The length of one of my butt cheeks is longer than the bottom of this chair. It just goes straight off the edge.
That's a weird measurement.
They don't ever measure that. Cheek length. So it's important. When you get fitted for an Italian suit, that's the first thing they measure.
Oh, okay.
Or at least my tailor does. I don't know. Maybe he's weird.
Maybe.
Oh, I want to do another funny voice.
Okay.
Hey, freelancers, and welcome back to Freelance Heroism. I'm Deese.
And I'm Rachel.
We're a D&D by the actual play podcast. Our current campaign is The Curse of Strahd, a gothic horror-inspired setting in the dangerous and fog-shrouded land of Ravenloft.
While the setting is serious, our heroes are not. Will they actually be able to defeat the vampire Lord Strahd and restore peace to Ravenloft? Or will they just steal goats and invoice villagers? Join us and find out on this episode, Bridge Over Troubled Daughters.
Last episode, the party wrapped up their dream visit with Strahd. While Adrian meditated, Strahd spoke to her in a brain meet and made her an offer. Kill the party as they slept, she could take her father's place to free him from the vampire's control. When she refused, he commented there would be more tempting bargains within the Amber Temple.
Adri checked on the rest of the party, and everyone gathered together to discuss their dreams. As they talked, Casimir gave them coats and his ring, which mysteriously disappeared, and stated that he wouldn't join them to the temple after all. He had been tormented by visions of his sister throughout the night, so he bid them good luck before he set out on his own back home.
What a total fucking whore. A total fucking whore. He just totally left. We needed him. Yeah, this is why you don't date guys from outside the Beltway.
Don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Okay.
Heard people say it before.
Oh, okay.
From the Memoirs of Chunicote. We woke that morning, and there was a feeling of something missing.
The house was far too quiet. Not generally a good sign, especially with these people. Quiet can be dangerous. But after a quick search, I realized that Ragnik was missing.
Upon further investigation, we had noticed that our friend Ragnik was no longer in his room. While Master Kavir examined the room for clues, I proceeded to go outside and search for any possible trace of our large green friend.
After searching the house, I found a note. If you can call it that. It was more like a loose assembly of scribbles and what appeared to be smudges and pictures. But after careful study, it appeared to be a sad goodbye.
I managed to pick up his trail. The trail led me to the site of a massacre. There were a number of hag corpses strewn about like dolls after a child's vicious tantrum, limbs ripped apart, and I knew this was Ragnik's work. Also, further proving that Ragnik was here, the goats were all missing. I followed their tracks. They meshed up with Ragnik's, and then they led to the river. Seeing that there was no sign of Ragnik being in any immediate danger and that he left of his own accord, I returned back to speak with the rest of the party and to see what anyone else had found out.
Even in these trying times where our compatriots are leaving to seek out their divinity, we still do have a mission to complete. And unfortunately, we don't have time to enjoy the luxury of sadness.
back in the house. He walks back in with Fauna. You two come down the stairs and see him coming back inside.
Any update?
His tracks went to the river, and I figured I'd come back here, see if there was anything before I tried to get on the other side.
Well, since so I'm pretty aware of what he knows about being followed, so I taught him a little bit about that. I don't think if he made it to the river, I don't think you're going to find tracks on the other side. I assume he went to the river and then walked up or downstream to the river and then took
Doubled back.
Yeah, probably walked backwards out of the river from another entry point. That's what I would have done.
Oh shit, he got an 18 on his intelligence roll. Yeah, he did it.
It's slick. You go up to a river and then you walk backwards out of the river a few times and then walk back into your footprints the way back up and make 3 or 4 exits on different sides. Walking backwards from the river each time makes it hard to decide which path is which. He is a big dude, though, so I don't think he's going to be completely undetectable. It's not like if someone sees him, we're not going to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, big green dude with
it seems
a
to be
flock of goats. Probably going to make a mark. In the
I don't
meantime,
want to think about that mark.
Gross. We like literally we almost got there. We almost had a whole conversation about ghosts without any of it being disgusting. Way to go, Jake. Way to keep the trend alive.
That's what I'm here for.
We are a proud tradition of goat fucking. Well, let's all get together. Let's have a quick powwow. Sorry, Jake. Or, sorry, Chunicote. Here, I give you a peace pipe.
Is it full moon yet?
Getting close.
I don't know. From last episode, did you put your pants on?
I'm wearing pants today.
Okay, good.
Good.
I did have to check, but I am.
Boy, he's like the complete anti-Rachel. He don't give a shit if people see his legs. He prefers
I don't
it.
care. At my age, I don't care anymore, man.
I like how you said that at my age.
Yep. Well, hey, I'm going to say it before someone else does.
At 93, you stop caring if people see your legs.
Pretty much.
Okay. So, what do you guys think? Should we continue on with the mission?
Well, have you filled me in on what his note was explaining?
Yeah, I assume when you come in and we were talking about it.
Okay.
I would have.
Okay. I wanted to make sure that I understood what he had left on that note. Okay. Well, in that case, we're not going after him.
I think
he's on something. He's on a spirit journey. It's a very personal thing. He can't get help, or he's not going to be able to complete it. He needs to do this by himself. He's beyond what anything we can do for him. If he does not do this himself, he'll never complete it. So if we're truly his comrades, we're truly his brothers and sisters, we need to honor him and respect him and allow him to do what he's doing. And we need to go kick the shit out of some pointy-teeth bastards.
Okay. So, as a counterpoint to the Wolfman, I'm not paying him while he's gone. It's just not happening. I can't. I like him. He's my friend and everything, but his wage is completely contingent on him stopping me from getting stabbed. So,
well, we can kind of consider this a leave of absence then.
Leave of absence gets covered. This is not a leave of absence. He's not being paid.
I didn't say a paid leave of absence.
Okay. Well, then we're fine. Yeah, leave of absence.
Calm down. Calm down, Poopsie.
I'm writing all of this down in my contracts. Just like,
well, by all means.
Recording the date and time and transcribing his fucking pictograms.
Ragnickies.
It should just be called Ragni.
Yeah, that
That's-
works.
Canon. Hashtag canon.
There we go.
Hashtag go swimming. Hashtag canon. Hashtag mind baby. Oh, okay. David just held that pose for a little too long where I started to be like, oh no. Okay. Okay.
All
So
right.
I say we move forward.
What do you say, Ducky?
I think Ragnick would not be amenable to us if we tracked him down and tried to force helping him. I think he's probably going to want to do whatever he's doing alone, and he is very tough, so I'm not too concerned about him getting murdered while he's alone. But I think this is probably something that he feels he needs to do on his own, and our presence wouldn't be appreciated. And we should stick to what we were doing. The whole reason we came out here was to go to the Amber Temple, and we should do that.
Okay. Okie doke. Normally, I wouldn't let my my contracted employees take a vacation in the middle of such a dangerous forward territory, but since I'm outnumbered by both the duck and the wolf, it's like a fucking petting zoo in here. Okay. Well, lead on, Commander Duckington.
Okay. I guess we'll gather up the stuff that Cass left us. He left us a ring?
No, he didn't. There's
Oh.
no ring.
There's no ring.
He said he was gonna, but he probably took it with him.
Oh, I see. All
He
right.
was a
Well,
coward.
No,
Hey,
wait.
look, you guys
More
can-
more plausible. Ragnick probably took it.
oh,
Yeah, that seems like something he would do. He was arguing about it. He wanted that ring. I think that's what this whole thing is about. He took the ring, and now he's fleeing the scene. I taught him well.
all right. Let's continue to the Amber Temple.
All right.
Can I say bye to the ghost before we leave?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you
Just want
serious?
I just want to find the ghost and say bye to him. He's probably doesn't get a lot of visitors.
You're the weirdest fucking cleric.
Ever.
You're the weirdest fucking cleric. My dad's a vampire. Also, I want to say goodbye to the ghosts.
What's
It's like,
wrong
what
with
do you
saying
do?
bye
What do you
to
do,
him?
cleric?
Ulrich's spirit manifests downstairs, and he's like, leaving so soon.
Yeah, we have to go do some stuff. I just want to say bye so that way we didn't just like disappear on you, you know.
You know, like someone might do, and it would be weird.
I saw your friend leave this morning. It was weird.
Yeah. Well,
He's back to visit his old haunts.
I was about to say you guys were very pleasant to talk to, but
Hmm.
no, you were not.
Well, you're not making the top of our friends list either. As a matter of fact, as soon as we leave this building, I'm not going to remember your name. So,
I very much believe that. Yes, and you'll just be added to another list of ventures that I've passed through.
whatever you say, Cratchit. On the way.
all right. Well, see you later.
He just kind of shrugs, and I wish you well.
Thank you. All right. Now we can go.
He
I'm
waves
not
at you, Dakote, as well.
I'm not waving to a ghost. He's dead. You're dead to me, ghost.
I hope Strahd gets you. The others I hope live, but I hope he gets you. And he disappears back in the house.
He didn't mean it. He's just frustrated
Yeah.
because he's bound to an old busted ass house.
All right. Let's continue to
On a side note,
temple.
all those people who like are on a malfunctioning roller coaster and end up dying on a roller coaster ride, yeah, it's sad, right? But if ghosts are real, what a lucky ghost, right? Think about all the places you like. If you died in a hospital, it's probably like the most crowded shit. There's like thousands of ghosts around there. It's probably you gotta wait in line for everything. But if you die at an amusement park, right? Can you imagine just if they have a haunted house? Lucky.
Oh yeah.
Right? You get full-time employment, terrifying the shit out of people. You can just walk around. People think it's part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking perfect. Sorry. I was just something I was thinking.
Okay.
Makes sense.
What a rad existence. But you probably phased through all the rides. So
Probably.
two-sided coin, I guess.
Yeah.
As you guys continue, the map Kaz left you takes you guys north a little bit, and then around, or it takes you up the mountain and then down south towards
That other place.
Solinka Pass to get to the Ember Temple.
Okay.
Dolph Lundgren Pass. Gotcha.
Yeah. It takes you guys a few days of hard travel to get there, but as you guys reach it, you guys do feel the weather has turned cold as you guys were warmed.
Man, I'm like wearing the ring on one of my fingers, and I'm just like, it is so cold. Ugh. Brr.
I want to put on the coat that I got, I think, like in the first episode that we found, or the first episode I was in, that we found in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wear
Okay.
that coat.
Alrighty.
I already got wolf fur and shit. I'm fine.
Sounds good.
My professional's coat will keep me warm. I will be kept healthy and comfortable under the cloak of professionalism.
Nice.
It's the warmest coat there is.
As you guys approach it, you guys see ahead of you the shelf rock of the mountain that the road clings to begins to grow narrow, and to your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply towards the dark rolling clouds. But to your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog, and ahead of you, wind and snow, you see a high wall, black stone lined with spikes, topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind which burns a green curtain of flame. And on the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone, topped by golden statues of mighty warriors.
Is there anyone in the tower?
No.
How narrow is this walkway? Like, is it like narrow, like treacherously narrow?
The road itself is about 10 feet wide, and then you have roughly 5 feet on either side before it shoots up in stages about 500 feet, and then it drops to where you can't see anymore, and it's...
Okay, so in other words, we could be 10 feet away from the, like, drop to the depths of hell spot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
And the fog is thick, so you guys only have about 60 to 100 feet in front of you.
All right.
Visibility.
I've got 50 feet of rope. Well, let's spread that between us. Keep, at least loop it around your wrists so that we don't lose each other. If we need to maneuver, we can slip the loop off quickly enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Like we did with those kids.
Well, yeah, kind of. They were secured a little better because, that was kind of like a pseudo kidnapping.
I love what we consider kidnapping and what we don't. It's always nice. Hey, kids, hold this rope. Kidnapping. Hey, let me steal you from your parents. Not kidnapping. Good stuff.
Now, as you guys approach, you see the gatehouse is 30 feet high, and the adjoining walls are both 20 feet high, lined with stone spikes.
And you said that there was like a doorway that was covered with a wall of flame.
In the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind which burns a curtain of green flame.
Green flame.
Now, the portcullis would have to lift up or open like a door? Like a
lift up. This one will lift up.
Okay, so I want to make sure I'm visualizing properly here.
All right.
Does it look like there's, from where we're standing, before we make too close an approach, is there anything that looks like it would be like a door knocker or...
How close do you get to it? So you get to the door or the portcullis?
What an interesting question. I'm going to make about halfway from where we're standing to the doorway,
right.
Actually, is there a way to judge based on bow range? How far from the guard tower?
The guard tower behind it. The
Yeah.
guard tower is actually up on its. You can see the guard tower. The roof of it is about 40 feet high off the ground, to where the portillus and its gates are only sitting at the gatehouse at 30. So the guard tower can see, but you're not seeing any guards there at all.
Okay.
It's 20 feet-ish, about 20 feet behind the gate tower.
All right, guys. Be ready. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm going to use dash, cunning action dash.
Okay.
And I'm going to move as quick as I can, as fast as I can, towards closer to the door.
All right. About how close do you get?
As close as I can.
All right.
Without,
as you get
without
close,
touching it. Yeah.
Okay. As you get within 10 feet, it begins to open, and you hear the shriek sound of metal on metal as it rises on its own and holds.
What about the wall of green flame?
The wall of green flame is in the eastern archways of the gatehouse, and it's still there.
But we can make it
But-
inside.
You can make it inside the portillus, and then you would have about 10 feet between you and the flame wall.
Okay. And what about to the left or right? Can I get around that?
No, you would actually be inside the gatehouse at that point.
Ugh, man. Okay. What kind of items are there around? Can I see a gear mechanism or whatever that would
Not-
lift or
In here, the gear mechanism's above with the gate of the portillus.
how high up is that, do you think?
20 feet.
20 feet.
All right, I'm moving up with him. I'm not liking him being there.
All right.
That makes me nervous.
As you guys stagger and not, you guys aren't going all the way in, right? Past the thing?
No, it's staying at the gate.
Okay. It begins to close after a minute being open.
Hurry.
I'm ducking under it.
All right.
Same.
All right, so the three of you guys go in, and the gate closes, and now you guys are between the gate and the wall of flame, with two stone walls on either side of you that
Okay.
are.
Does anyone know what this is?
I get an Arcana roll on that.
Yes, please.
23, not bad.
The green flame is definitely magical. Magical in the sense where you would think it would actually respond to a dispel magic or a anti-magic field of sorts.
Where's our
That's-
rock?
That stone doesn't have any charge left to it, I don't think, right?
No.
I can dispel magic.
Hey, I'm all for that before we get some Star Wars shit going
All
on.
right. Give us a dispel magic that your DC is 16.
Okay.
Blast it, Ducky.
Let's see here.
That shouldn't be a problem with your high freaking wisdom and your elvish accuracy.
Oh, that's right. Let's see.
DM just handing out rolls.
Okay, so I make an ability check using my spellcasting ability, but I don't have advantage, do I?
No.
Okay. All right.
I was just mocking your elvish accuracy
Oh, okay.
because I can.
24.
You see the flame suppress,
Okay.
and it suppresses itself and actually opens a doorway for you guys in it. Though you would assume that it may have the same kind of timer that the gate had.
I'm going through.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah. Ditto.
All right. You guys go through, and after you guys go through and walk a little bit, about a minute later, the flame redoes its thing
I'm gonna
and reforms the wall.
do an investigate check on the other side.
All right. On the other side, you see the same spike walls. You see the same statues of demons at the top.
Any
So-
particular type of demon?
They look almost vulturous. Actually, if you pull out that demon book you got from the warlock friend, you may be able to decipher which demon they are.
Yeah, I'll do a quick research.
All right. They look as if they're rocks,
Rock?
petrified
Mhm.
rocks.
Petrified or carved?
Well,
How accurately?
They look extremely realistic.
Okay.
Yeah, their asses better stay petrified.
I got a really good investigation. I got 26 in my investigation.
All right.
I'm going to investigate the room.
Well,
One
you guys are,
aspect of the investigation is going to be to look at the claws or the hands of the creatures.
well, they're about 30 feet up in the air. They're actually on top of the guardhouse.
Do they have wings?
Yes.
How about the wings? The wings, do they look like they are carved, or do they look like they are made to be visually striking?
If they are carved, somebody did a very damn good job.
How many of them are there?
2.
Just 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I climb the wall and get a better look? Are there handholds or anything on the wall?
Are there handles on the wall?
There are spikes.
Handholds.
No,
Oh.
there are spikes that cover both walls.
I couldn't hold on to the spikes, or they're like,
You can with a good climb check.
fuck it. All right.
I thought he said, are there handles on the walls? I was like, Jesus.
No,
Oh,
handholds.
Can I ask, are the rocks facing in the same direction?
They're facing actually the western direction which you guys came from.
Okay.
So you guys are looking at their ass ends on this side.
Okay.
All right. I don't think the climb check's gonna do it. I got a 9, so I probably got stabbed.
Yeah, you got pricked on your way up and decided that probably not the best to climb back up.
Okay. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
All right.
What else is in this area?
All right. Now that you guys aren't climbing the wall, I go back to the book.
I never attempted to climb the wall. I tried climbing a tree one time. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
I say one time, but I really mean like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Ahead of you guys, you see the guard tower ahead of you. And the tower's made of iron-bound wood and barred from within.
There's a bard here?
Adri's elf ears are like.
Her barred sense went off.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
It looks like a guitarist with spiderweb cloaks. Welcome to the Amber Temple.
It's the
I was
most
waiting
metal
so
place
long for
ever.
you.
You just hear in the distance of one of the towers these 4 elves playing loud.
Oh man, it's like Black Rock Depths. It's awesome.
It's the most metal thing ever.
About 10 feet ahead of you guys see the guard tower.
Is there an entrance? What kind of
The door is made of iron-bound wood, and it's pretty much barred from within.
Is the
You
entire
guys would have to. Go for
is
it.
the entire building made of wood?
No, it's stone. This is straight stone. Just the door
Okay.
is the wood.
Okay.
Okay.
But
So, quick question on the ground. What about footprints? Tracks.
you guys
walk-
don't see any footprints in the snow.
I'm keeping an eye on them goddamn demons. I don't trust them.
I'm gonna take a stone or a pebble or something, and I'm going to try to throw it over the guard gate, the gate we walked into. Since it's snowing in here, means that the roof is open. Correct?
Well, you guys are outside.
Right, but we walked in through the gate, right?
Here, let me show you. You guys came up through here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are right here.
Okay.
Guardhouse there, and that was the gate. So you're throwing a rock back this way?
I'm gonna throw it over the wall, like
Okay.
back out towards where we came from.
Past the
I'm-
demons.
Right.
All right. Nothing happens. I mean, you throw the rock over and
So we just keep moving forward here.
Do we want to look in that guard tower?
Is the door unlocked?
No, he said it's barred.
it's barred from within, so you guys would have to bust it down.
No, I can take care of this.
I can also.
Yeah, you know Adrian doors.
There's tricks. There's tricks to. What side does the door open from?
Whatever side I blasted with burning hands.
Normally, when somebody bars a door from the opposite side, there is an extended part that goes over the opening side of the door. The hinge side of the door, they don't usually overextend that side.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
That's where.
I would say it opens outward.
Okay, so the locking bolt is on the other side, so they probably have hooks that hold it up against the wall, which means that whatever the bar is probably protrudes past the length of the door. So I'm going to go into my professionals kit. Is there any space between the stone that the tower is made of and the door itself? It's not like airtight.
No, it's not airtight. You got about not a full inch, but there's about half an inch there.
Okay. I'm going to then take a cord. I'm going to cord.
You found cord. Oh,
I have
right.
cord. Why not he ask me? Okay, no, I'm gonna make a kind of like a fisherman's loop, like you'd use for like a snare. And then I'm going to feed it through the side of the door that opens, right? And I'm going to do like a left and right kind of motion to get it swinging on the other side. And I'm going to try to use that hoop to hook around the protruding part of the bar that holds the door. It's an old rogue trick.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I need to do a check on this, correct?
Yes.
As an aside, I'd give you like a +2 bonus for the excellent description on how you were doing that. That's just not trying to like grasp for anything here. I'm just like, I was very good.
Not my first time playing a rogue.
Really? Never would have guessed that.
But we'd say it's sleight of hand, maybe.
I'll give you that with sleight of hand. Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to take my portent roll of 15. I'm going to add my +9.
Okay.
So 24 on the roll, plus whatever Jake bonus you think is appropriate for description.
Okay. You said she got a 29 plus bonus?
No. Jesus. Okay. That would be fantastic. That's the new professional roll right there. I'll have a 24 plus whatever bonus.
Okay. You're able to actually loop it and pull it up.
And as I do, I'm going to lift it up like that and then kind of hit the door with my hip and pop it open.
All right.
And I'll be like, ladies and gentlemen, you're professional this evening. Master Kavir.
I will give you that because the book was actually calling for the only thing you described on the door was a 22 strength athletics check to bust it open. You successfully went around it. Congratulations.
Well done.
I know. That's the only way I do things.
As you enter...
Oh, I don't enter.
Okay.
I just open the door, hit it with my hip, and then let them go.
Okay. As you guys look in, you see a cold hearth that stands across from the door, the wind howling down the chimney, and a stone case of stairs on the south wall, and 3 windows look out over the fog sea.
I'm going in. I want to take a look around this room.
As you go in, you see pretty much just the basement. All there is the hearth, and nobody's been in here. Dust is on the floor. As you walk through, you can actually see your footprints in the dust behind you. But you thought it was cold outside. The cold just lingers in here, and it's just stone, and it's just chilling.
Does it feel unnaturally cold?
No. You can feel the wind coming in from up top in the stairs, and it just
kind of builds like a wind tunnel of cold.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. All right.
Staircase?
Okay.
I'll go up.
Question mark?
All right, as he goes up, the upper level is an ice box with the windows set in almost every wall. A rusted iron ladder bolted to the floor and up to the ceiling leads to a wooden trap door. Mounted above the stone hearth is a dire wolf's head, and the wind coming down the chimney howls in its stead.
Hey, Chinakote. You know him?
Not personally.
That was the only response I could have expected from you. It's like, no.
Now, Chinakote, do you remember that the dire wolves in here normally do serve Strahd?
Mm-hmm.
So if someone mounted and killed them, most likely they weren't enemies of the good people.
Okay. It still bothers me that these things are, because I'm still visualizing this as Strahd enslaving them.
Yeah.
So, I'll fight him. I'll fight him if I have to. I'll rip the shit out of them if I have to, but
I think this
I'd rather
one's-
free them.
I think you
Well,
won
yeah.
already against this one.
Oh yeah, I'm a little late here. All right, I'm gonna go see the trap door in the ceiling.
All right. As you climb the ladder,
I want to examine it before I just burst it open.
okay. As you climb the ladder, you can feel the iron just hold strong to the wall. It was bolted well. As you reach the trap door, you can feel the weight of it. Not just wood, but you could guess snow is built on top of it too. But it's going to take a good oof to pop it open.
Or I'm going to like spin my cord around. It's made of wood, correct?
Yes.
And it's banded?
Yes.
Like with probably rivets of some type?
Mm-hmm.
With my understanding of how rivets are built into this, they should be probably
Shrunken from the cold.
Not just that, but also that the wood that they're connected to should have worn away because it amplifies the cold through the bolts. So it's likely to make the wood more fragile. So
yeah, the weather hasn't been kind either.
Right. I'm going to try to feed the cord through the central rivet, like the main. What is it called? The like the one that's most in the center, the one that would be most acted upon by the weight of the snow on top.
Okay.
The centralmost one.
Right. And then I'm going to wrap it around that same kind of. This is the garrote wire I got off the other professionals, by the way. Or the dark site. And I'm going to pull them tight, and I'm going to kind of wiggle it lightly and be like, one of you guys?
I'm going to get out of the way so that all the snow doesn't fall on me.
Adri.
Yeah.
You seem a strong woman. Here.
Come, Power Duck, come.
Okay.
Power duck.
Sure.
Power Duck.
Do
And
I
I'm
have
going-
to be on the ladder to probably because it's.
Well, yeah, because you're short.
Ground.
Well, the cord's relatively long, so depending on how high up the ceiling is from where
She's relatively short, though.
Adri's not short,
That's just how I draw everybody.
so I probably wouldn't be able to like hold my shield up with one hand and grab the cord with the other.
It's snow.
All right, I'll climb up and I'll give it a strength check.
All right.
What if I braced her? Like I could like hold her.
I'm
Like
just
if she's
standing.
on
I'll just be on the ladder.
Yeah, but if you're standing halfway up the ladder, I should be able to like put my hands at the small of your back and keep
How
you.
about
Need
so
you
you
to.
can put your shield up.
how
No,
about
I'll
just
be
wrap
alright.
it around your gauntlet?
I'll be all
and
right.
then
I climb
jump.
up and I grab it and I pull it.
You could do like
That
the
girl.
Quasimodo. Sanctuary.
19.
All right. You
I like
make it.
how in Jake's mind, fucking Quasimodo is played by fucking Rocky.
Yeah.
Sanctuary, Adrian. If
All right.
change, then I can change, then we can all change. It's like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, she succeeds.
Okay.
You have opened the way to the top.
So I just get buried in snow.
Yeah.
Ha
And you guys hear the wind howl even stronger.
Since I'm already at the top of it, because I had to get up there to,
Mhm.
I'll just go ahead and climb up.
As you climb up, you see 4 skeletons
Oh,
leaning against the walls and on the floor. The remains of 4 guards who once held this post of long ago. You see them in the remains of their gear that they used to carry. You also see 10-foot-tall gold-plated statues standing atop of the battlements facing outward. Each one depicts a female human knight holding a lance. The cold wind stirs the snow, and under which you see the wind blow some of the snow off the skeleton's rusty-clad mail.
the skeletons aren't moving.
No.
Okay.
But what an interesting thing, though. I saw it on everyone's face. As soon as he said skeletons, we were all like, uh-oh, combat, right?
Yeah.
But really, that's just, you find skeletons all the time that aren't animated or trying to kill you. But just here, I assumed it too.
I was really hoping you guys would tense on the skeletons part 2. I was trying to play on it for a
I know.
minute.
I was about to be like, I cast Spirit Guardians.
Like, you knocked the shit out of this inanimate dead guy.
I'll climb up, kind of like poke at one of the skeletons to make sure it's not like faking.
The whole thing collapses, ribs and everything just crush under the snow.
Sorry.
The helmet rolls between your legs, falls down the hole,
Sorry.
and hits the other two downstairs at the
Sorry.
bottom of the ladder.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry. There's skeletons up here, but they're not moving.
Well, not until you got up there.
Before she gets not moving out, I'm halfway up the ladder.
They're not moving. It's okay. They're just dead. Can I see I'm really interested in the statues. Are they, can I reach them or are they farther away?
They're pretty much on the battlements of the wall. You could actually walk up and touch them.
I don't want to touch them.
Being that they're 10 feet tall, you could probably only reach about their knee.
Okay. I do want to see, are they facing inward or outward?
No, outward. They're all facing outward. They're all around it.
Okay.
There's a total of 8 of them.
I want to walk up, not touch them, but I want to walk up and kind of look, because I want to see what they look like from the front.
Okay. You see female human knights in plate with lances. Paladins on the shoulders, full leg armor.
Is it the same woman or is it a different woman?
Same woman on each of them.
Okay. I was literally about to shout that question up.
Does it look like anyone we've seen before? No? Okay. Are there any kind of identifying markings on like her armor? If she has like a cloak, is there like a symbol on her cloak or any?
Not anymore.
Okay.
The only thing that really stands out is that they're gold-plated.
What if I made an investigation check?
Yeah, please do. Make an investigation check. Even if you're not investigating anything, I just
Okay,
want to see.
I'm going to make an investigation check. 27.
Wow.
This pass...
And no one sees this like great investigation that Adri does.
These most likely, from what you can pick up, predate Strahd's time of evil in Ravenloft and Barovia. Okay. This probably goes back probably Strahd's father's era of Ravenloft, of Barovia. Back when this was held by a decent army and held by decent forces of good people.
Hey, Chunikote?
Yes?
Don't you have like Strahd's book? Have you read anything about this woman? No.
No, I don't think she's in there.
Okay.
His as far as Chunikote can tell, the book is almost Strahd's like diary of his time between the Amber Temple to killing Sergei.
Okay. Did Kavir come up?
Do I need to?
I guess not, and I'll describe.
I'm coming up.
Okay.
As you're actually doing your investigation, as you look over the wall, when you look down on the southern side, you see that sea of fog, easily 500 plus feet down into the fog.
Wow.
If you look to the other side, the north side, you see the pass, and you see the narrowness of it, and you look ahead, and you actually see the bridge ahead, the stone bridge ahead that has its own arches, the eastern and western arches on it as well.
Are any of the arches golden?
No, but it's hard to make out with the distance it's at. You guys got about 60 to 100 feet visually. 60 is really good. 100 feet, you can see the shapes of the arch.
Okay.
I'd like a number 2.
Thank you.
And with a milkshake.
Would you like fries with that?
Rachel poisoned my brain earlier with the thought of milkshake. I've been thinking about a milkshake the entire time since she said it.
That ain't fair.
No.
I had a milkshake with black cherries in it, and it was so good.
That does sound good.
Tell them about the poop joke.
I don't remember that.
She almost didn't get a milkshake because because I was talking about when you eat a lot of peppers and your butthole bleeds from the poops, from the hot poops.
Mm.
So that's why you want a milkshake.
I tried to
cool down the
that
poops.
from my
Cools
mouth.
it down. Cools it down.
It's a delicate ecosystem in Jake's stomach. You eat too many peppers, you got to cool down that poop. You don't want to blow out your valve.
That's right.
It sounds like an old like a 1900s vehicle, like the of a Model T. Like
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Susie the Little Pooh Coop. How old is Jake? Let's find out.
Oh,
Okay, so when I get up there, the first thing I'm going to do is try to determine whether or not the face looks like an artistic rendering of a general face or if it's modeled on anyone. Generally, you can tell when you look at a sculpture that was made off of a model because the imperfections of the human face give it away. While
this one wasn't really. It doesn't look like it was made up on a particular person.
Right, it's just like a decorative shape of a female face. So the decisions made in carving it were probably very baseline. Okay. You said plated. I'm assuming
Gold-plated, yes.
I'm assuming plated because it's a soft metal. I'm gonna try to. This is a guard tower.
He's gonna do what I think he's gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna scrape one of the statues to see how deep down the gold goes.
All right. What are you scraping it with?
Use the light sword. No, I'm just gonna use one of my standard knives.
All right. You scrape it. You find the gold plate goes down
Be
a few
careful.
millimeters.
Be careful what you say,
I know.
David.
A few millimeters.
Okay, so it's just purely decorative then.
Yeah.
Not worth the time to shave these.
No.
Okay.
But you see the head turn around completely 180 to look at you as you scrape it. I'm kidding.
No. Oh man, I was
That'd be
really
creepy.
hoping. I was really hoping that was going to be the case, and I'm like, "Ma'am, if you would please not look at me while I work."
Oh my God.
All right.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm going to rescue you from this golden enclosure. Watch me make this shit sound noble. I'm going to free you.
You're gonna pull a Kitty Pryde on Wolverine.
So I'm going to scrape, since it seems like it's thin. These are just like purely decorative. I want to investigate the bodies of the people. Are all the plate mail on the skeletons, are they the same?
Yes.
So likely guards.
Yes. You've tattered bits of cloth, broken longbows and arrows, rusted blades and ruined sheaths, and rusty chainmail.
How about the bodies themselves? Does it look like I can tell cause of death?
There were skeletons. You don't see any actual like arrows sticking out or swords through things that are left in the things.
None of the
It
bones
looks
are
like-
broken?
Except for the one AG dropped.
Right. But I just mean in general, there's no like shattered rib cages or
No.
missing limbs.
Mm-mm.
So does it look like maybe they starved or froze to death?
Possibly froze.
Well, if they froze to death, there'd still be frozen skin on them. They'd be like mummified from the cold.
It also depends how long too. He said this is before Strahd, so it could have very
Yeah.
well had birds
Yeah.
and carrion birds picked
Um,
away at him. The
There
question,
have been
though,
legends of giant birds up at this altitude flying.
the question though that I think
Mhm.
might give us most information would be, how are the bodies positioned? Because they didn't reposition themselves after they died. Were they like huddled up?
Some of them are huddled up on the walls. I mean, trying to keep. It looks like it's a couple of them try to keep warm.
Like against the bottom part of the wall, laying low to try to stay away from the wind? Okay.
Yeah.
So we can assume then probably a pretty vicious cold snap while they were on guard duty. Thought they could make it, didn't. But the trapdoor was closed too. And it was barred from the inside, so maybe they were being attacked from something, or maybe it was just standard protocol. I don't know. We don't have enough information really at this point, but something to keep in mind. Why would they not come down and try to get into the warm, right? Unless there was maybe something going on outside that caused them to take refuge in a tower, bar the door, close the top gate, and then stay up there, end up freezing to death, as opposed to face whatever's outside.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd say we keep moving forward. I don't see anything else here.
well, let's use our bird's eye view real quick
Mhm.
to see how far out we can see in different directions. Since this sort of towers over the location we're at, we should be able to plot a course.
Right.
What
So we
seems
should have
like-
a duck's eye view then, right?
Yes.
You guys, You guys can get about 100-foot view from the thing. I mean, you guys can see the archways of the bridge you need to cross ahead of you guys.
Okay. Is there any impediment between us and that bridge?
Mm-mm. Just straight down the narrow path.
And what's on either side of the bridge?
Same path. It's narrow on both sides. The bridge is part of the river that you went by the ruins of Berez, down all the way. This is just the upper end of it.
Okay. And nothing that seems malevolent, at least from our perception now, correct?
Not from what you can see, but the fog is pretty thick.
Okay, I'm going to use Find Familiar.
All right.
To get my little crow.
All right.
His name is Prick, by the way.
All right. So you get Prick.
Yep. I'm like, listen here, Prick. I need you.
As he comes up, it's pretty much half undead, just sitting there.
Right. I'm like, you can still fly?
It nods.
It nods. Okay. All right, Prick, listen here. I need you to fly over there towards that bridge. And I need you to just fly over there, take a couple circles around both ends of the bridge, and then return here.
All right. It flies over. The wind is pretty rocky up the altitude. It's blowing it around a bit. It takes its fair share of time getting there and back as it flies around.
I'm going to look through his eyes as he gets closer. I can do that.
You see in the center of the bridge. Okay, well, let's go first. As you pass through the western arch, on the top of it, you see 2 statues of armored knights on horseback with lances charging towards one another.
Gold?
No, just stone. As it flies over the bridge, you see a cloaked rider on a charcoal colored horse, just kind of standing in the center of the bridge.
And he's actually a person. He's actually moving.
Just standing there, black cloaked rider. The cloak moves in the wind, standing on the horse. And on the other side, the last arch, you see 2 more statues, but one of them has been crumbled, and the only thing left is the horse on its hindquarters. But the other rider with the lance, armor knight, is still there. And then it comes back and flies back to you guys.
Hold on. As it's flying around that the flicky caped one, the one that looks like it's not a statue, I'm going to command it to get lower, get a better view.
All right.
I just like being able to command it by saying, listen here, Prick.
That's fine. As it flies lower, Cloaked Rider kind of looks up at it and just looks back down to the bridge.
Can I see his face when he looked up?
Not under the cloak.
Listen here, Prick. I said closer.
As it gets closer, give me perception.
I rolled a 1.
You couldn't tell if the rider had a face of Ragnick or Strahd underneath.
Wow, that really was a 1. The body size would be different, correct?
No, yeah, but it's humanoid. You can definitely tell it's a humanoid form on the horse. As Prick flies lower, it tries to shoo off the crow.
Okay.
And then when it doesn't, he kind of reaches his hand up and begins to turn, acting like it's trying to cast a spell on it, but...
Get out of there, Prick!
Your bird flies off and he lowers his hand and just kind of sits back on it, just rests back on his horse on the reins.
Okay, so we have a little bit of information here. The body size, I assume, wasn't the size of Ragnick. That would be pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Plus, he wasn't riding a goat. So... Okay, well, I guess I'm going to relay all this information. I'm also going to say that when the bird got closer, he attempted to do something. He didn't pull a bow. He just used his hand like he was going to cast something. So that should be something we think about as we approach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I mean, that's the only way to go, right?
Yep. It's about 200-300 feet away from the actual bridge from where you're at right now.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we head down and
I do want to say a quick prayer over the bodies, that I hope they had a peaceful death, or at least their spirits are, going somewhere nice, even though I guess everyone's spirits are stuck in Barovia. Amen.
All right. As you guys go down and exit the tower and begin to walk, you guys can hear something in the distance sounding like just a giant creature, but it's off way in the distance.
All right, I'm going into stealth mode here.
What does it sound like?
Mostly like a bird. It's like a giant bird, but it's deep in the distance.
I got a 25 on my stealth roll then.
All right.
Are we hearing like wing beating, or are we hearing like a caw kind of noise?
More of a caw.
I'm going to
These
look
mountains. There's no way to see it with the mountains in the fog.
I'm going to look at Prick and be like, leave something out, did we?
He kind of just shrugs at you.
You want to tell me about your fucking cousin? You fucking prick. That's sort of a thing. I'm gonna be super mean to this bird.
Oh, that's you, dude. As you guys continue, you guys reach the Western Arch. At the snowy pass, coming to the gorge spanning by a stone bridge. At each end of the bridge is a 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide stone arch. Atop of each one are two statues of armored knights on horseback with lances, charging each other. The wind bites and howls like wolves as it passes through the gorge.
Aww, I feel at home.
As you guys can see inside on this finally from here, the Western Arch contains empty guard posts on each side of the bridge, and these 10-foot wide chambers provide some protection from the howling wind.
So I've relayed all this information to everybody, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So once we get up towards the bridge, would we be able to see the rider?
Yeah, you guys are pretty much there. You guys can see the rider. He's about 50, 60 feet from you right now.
I'm going to call out to him. Hey, horseman.
As you call out to him, the horseman him and the horse begin to move kind of towards you, but then kind of just disappears as ash and just fades away in the winds. Before it does, you see the red eyes and the smile, and you knew it was a grim visage of Strahd standing there.
So again, the coward runs.
Like a yoke.
Did it leave any... I'm guessing it didn't, but did it leave any marks in the snow where the horse was?
No.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to continue walking up that way. There's no other footprints in the snow, correct? Not just his, but none.
Yeah. The stone bridge, the low walls that enclose the stone bridge have fallen away in a couple places, but the bridge appears intact. Though slippery in a few places, the 10-foot wide, 90, 100 feet long bridge looks safe to cross.
Let's break that rope out again.
There was nothing on the other side, too, that I saw when Prick flew over here.
No, but Prick also didn't fly because where he was above the archers driving, he didn't see the guard posts inside on both arches.
Fucking Prick. Okay. I like how the name has already stuck. David's already referring to this bird as Prick. It's so good. It's like our little mobile zoo.
We got Albay, we have Prick, we have Clarabelle.
And Ducky.
Destroyer of doors. Slayer of undead.
An apologist extraordinaire.
Never forgets to pray for breakfast.
Sorry you've been dead for thousands of years.
Hope you died well, even though I know your spirit's trapped here, never getting out again.
You froze to death slowly in this tower. Hope it was a pleasant death.
Unless you're a warlock, then fuck you.
Have you guys seen that meme of it's like a firefighter going into like a burning building, and then he breaks into a room and there's an old woman there, and then the old woman has like a text bubble and you're supposed to fill it in with whatever, and then the last panel is the firefighter outside talking to another firefighter, and he's like, yeah, the old woman was dead when I got there. And I really want to like edit it so it's Adri, and then the old woman is like, oh, let me just grab my grimoire.
Do you have a minute to talk to you about Baal, the demon lord?
Our Lord and Savior Grazit.
Nice.
Oh man, it would be funny to edit that and have the last panel just be Chunakote, and it'd be like, I hit the jackpot.
I saved her, but it cost her.
Awkward. Okay, so I guess, do you guys want to attempt crossing this bridge?
Yeah?
I think we should tie ourselves together.
You
At
have
least to
into
get across
bondage. Talk about grandmas one time, and he's like, okay, I'm going to do some special knots. I'm like, oh, Jake.
Oh, says the guy with the rape dungeon.
It's not
Okay.
that. Yeah, we had an opportunity to not call it that anymore, and you wouldn't let it slide.
All right, can we get across the bridge?
All right, as you guys reach about where the rider was, outside of the other archway, you see 3 figures step out. One in a cloak. Actually, 2 of them in cloaks and one without a cloak. The one without a cloak's kind of standing there. It looks like it was an elven at one point, but its hair's gone white and all the way back. Its skin white as snow. Its eyes beady and black. As it looks forward, and you just hear it. Is that you, child?
I
What?
knew they were related. I knew it.
They're all related.
Hello?
God, you look like your father. Such a waste.
Who are you?
I'm your auntie.
Who should have been your father?
Excuse me?
I think he's inferring that he wanted to have sex with your mom.
I draw my sword and shield.
Oh, she's not fucking around here.
But her mom was. Oh, boom. Sorry. Not funny. Not funny. Bad time.
He's like,
Yo, mama.
the rest to give birth to such a wood elven. You don't even look like her. You look so much like him, it's a waste.
What is your name?
Rarden.
I start forward. Immediately start, like, heading forward.
I'm gonna use.
I'm at her. I'm right behind her.
I'm gonna use my dash action, cutting action, dash action to get in front of them and like hold my hands out, like whoa, wait.
That's the warlock.
Yeah, I know. And why would he ask you to follow him if it wasn't a setup?
I'm gonna murder him.
Just relax, calm down. He's not going anywhere. This is a trap. This is how I would do it. This is how I tried to do it. Remember?
We have to cross this bridge anyway.
You're right. We do have to cross this bridge, but just not at their.
Idri's
They're
like
trying
leaning
to
like
draw you
back and
over
forth, trying to like look at the warlock.
Warlock nudges his 2 companions. One of them drops their cloak, cracks their neck, and shifts to a werefox. And begins to take a few steps forward.
I'm gonna look at the other one that's still in the cloak, and I'm like, "What? You're gonna
Nah.
You're gonna fucking wear a cloak and a hat?
Nope.
Huh? Fucker. This is such a setup.
No.
I'm gonna
not
like.
letting this happen.
I'm gonna try to reason with these 2 behind me. There's one person who is claiming that they have a connection to you, and another person who just shapeshifted into. This is clearly a setup.
Yep. Hail of Thorns, and I'm firing an arrow using the sharpshooter feat.
I'm gonna ready my grease butt tactic.
All right. Go ahead.
I got. It would be a 21. I'm using a masterwork silver arrow.
All right. That's a 21 after sharpshooter?
Yes.
All right, that's fine.
All right. So that is plus 10 there.
Just one time I want David to be like, "That's not fine. Roll it again."
And since the bow's magical, it would be considered a magical thing too. So, goddamn Kitsune, motherfucking goddamn think you fucking badass. Fuck you, bitch. Goddamn things.
32 points total.
Okay, add it up for me again.
32 total.
All right, you got the Hail of Thorns, the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No hunter's mark, right?
No, I can't
Okay.
do the Hunter's Mark and Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got you got what? What's your dex?
That's all added in there.
All right.
Yeah, I got that. Basically, it gives me a +10 with the sharpshooter.
Yeah, you get the 10.
I already have +5 because of everything else. And then I have the 2d10 for the Hail of Thorns at 2nd level.
Okay.
And I should have a perforated kitsune.
Guys, I just want to clarify. Remember when we tried to trick Evil Adri? And she was like, I'm not going to bite because obviously this is a trap. Remember that? That is what's happening right now. And we are totally biting.
As the arrow goes, you see a shield pop up and the shield deflects.
All right.
Can I do an investigation check? Or what? I'm going to do an investigation check.
All right.
16. When the arrow made contact with the shield, did it react like a normal deflection?
Yeah, it was pretty much the shield spell.
Was there anything?
Oh, so they casted a spell?
Mm-hmm. Reaction to the shot.
Okay. What about the other person in the cloak?
The last one in the cloak hasn't moved yet. They're still kind of staying under the cloak.
This is such a fucking setup. I do not trust this even mildly.
I knew the word fox would set off Jake. That was the plan.
Playing in character.
Oh, I know. And I knew the warlock would set off Adri.
Absolutely.
You heard me say I readied the grease.
Yes.
spell.
You ready the grease butt move, you said.
Yeah.
Which is very good on a narrow bridge. We're all going to die.
Especially how I'm going to use it.
We're all going to die.
People don't use grease as creatively as they could. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have so many of these, like, pre-built ways to use it. Like, run at my max speed with the spell readied, and then cast it on my feet so that I can slide like Frozone from The Incredibles. Cast it on someone's weapon so they can't hold it. Fucking cast it on your guys' butts and then grab you by the collar and run away. It's like a guaranteed egress. You guys can't be trusted to rein it in when it's necessary. So I need to have a tactic.
Love that.
He has a point.
David, I'm going to tell you, you have not fooled me yet. I am so fucking on to you right now. What possible reason would there be to have a person claim to be not only her worst enemy, the one thing you know would trigger her to come run? Why would he even be here right this second? And then the other thing, to transform into a lycanthrope right in front of another person who knows that this is like some sort of evil. You motherfucker, I'm not even a little bit fooled by this shit. I have a suspicion what that third motherfucker is, and if that's the case, prepare for the greasy butt escape. Because I'm not biting this fucking shit flavored Starburst. It's not happening.
Adri has stopped trying to get around Kavir, but she does kind of like lean to one side to look at the warlock, and she yells, "Get over here and fight me!" And then she says one of the elven battle cries that her dad taught her.
As Adri shouts out the elven battle cry, Kavir, you instinctively notice she told him to suck a bag of dicks in Elvish.
I'm gonna look.
Anyone that can speak Elvish that actually knows Elvish outside of Adri, who hasn't really spoken Elvish anymore, but her mother doesn't know anything about proper Elvish, kind of just looks at her like, "What?"
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Adrian and we're like, wow.
Like Ludo taught me that. It's an elven battle cry thing. I didn't know it before.
Yeah, battle cry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, put a pin in that.
Okay.
The warlock scratched his head. Did you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Don't you dare talk about my mother. Get over here and fight me.
Can it please be another person's turn so that we can handle this? Because this is about to go bad.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like. If you want to see our adventures in comic form, The Professional illustrates our misadventures and more at 1d4rounds.com. And if you want to support us, consider donating. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Keep an eye out for rewards as we add them.
Our theme music is Nady Sade by Knit Your Own Scarf, used under the Creative Commons license. You can find a link in the show notes. Our cast includes me, Dees Cassius as Kavir the Professional, Rachel Moore as Adri the Wood Elf, Bubba Downs as Ragnik the Bold, Jake Sipple as Chunakute the Wayward Shaman, and of course, last but not least, our DM, David D. Walker.
Questions or comments? Send an email to freelanceheroismpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, the invoice is in the mail.